Senren Banka!
Hello everyone, it's me again, and today we're going to start the next route of Senren Banka, which is Mako's route. So, let's get right into it, shall we? I'll see you at the first multiple choice segment. Tell her the truth. I'm not so sure. I think you look cute. Okay, let's go vegetable gathering. And this should be new text. Yeah, I can't skip this. I think I'll help Hitachi-san look for edible plants.
私は一人でも大丈夫ですよ。ご心配なさらず。
Sorry, but I'm coming with. I know you're capable, but what if an accident happens?
じゃあ俺は巫女姫様と一緒に釣りだな。
You better not do anything weird.
お前まで小春みたいなこと言うのかよ。少しは俺を信用しろって。さすがに巫女姫様に失礼なことするわけないだろう。
Okay, if you say so. Make sure you show Lena-san the ropes too.
早速始めたいんですが、これはこのまま入れて大丈夫なんですか？
いえ、まず餌のミミズを取って針につける必要があります。
ミミズですね。わかりました。
Toмотaka-san is treated like royalty within Hori. Even Nadentaro calls her Shrine Princess. I doubt he'll try anything funny. And as long as Toмотaka-san is watching, I doubt he'll make a move on Lena-san either, out of fear of offending her. Besides, he probably knows Grandpa will give him hell if he causes trouble. Alright, shall we be off then? And you can find sorrels growing around here. Is there anything else you're looking for?
そうですね。フキノトウ、タラの芽、わらびにゼンマイ。他にも山うどや行者ニンニクもあると嬉しいですね。
You sure know a lot about plants.
忍者に野草関係の知識は必須ですので。
Well, I doubt I'll be able to spot those, sadly. I've seen bracken and fern before, but I doubt I'd be able to pick them out from a bunch of other plants in the mountains.
では、ヨモギやイタドリを探してもらえますか？つくしはもう時期じゃありませんね。
Alright, but is there any real use for mugwort outside of putting it in dango or mochi?
天ぷらにすると美味しいですよ。夕食楽しみにしていてください。
I'm looking forward to it. And so I start looking for mugwort and not wheat, as Hitachi-san requested.
あ、そうだ。ヨモギとトリカブトはとても似ていまして、間違えてトリカブトを採取しないように気をつけてください。
Oh wait, it does?
食べてしまうと嘔吐、呼吸困難、臓器不全などを引き起こし、突然のバッドエンドを迎えてしまっても知りませんよ。
I gulp.
ああ、なんて少々怖がらせてしまいましたか。ご安心ください。この山でトリカブトは見たことありませんから。
Oh, don't scare me like that.
ですが念のため一人で味見などしないようにお願いします。たとえ食べられる野草であっても生殖には不向きです。下手すれば下痢を起こすかもしれませんからね。
Gotcha. I won't eat anything.
はい、約束ですからね。それでは。
Hitachi-san starts plucking plants with practiced ease. Just then, I hear a faint noise interrupt Hitachi-san's humming. It's nothing dangerous, like the sound of something crashing through the bushes. In fact, this sounds like... Is that a bird?
ひな鳥ですね、これは。
It's coming from over here. And not from above, but from ground level. I push aside some branches and spot a young chick desperately flapping its wings.
どうやら巣から落ちてしまったみたいですね。
We should probably put it back. But, that nest is pretty high up. It'd be hard climbing up there with a bird in my hands.
大丈夫です。私に任せてください。
Hitachi-san scoops up the chick in both hands. She then launches herself at the tree and runs up the trunk. Man, I can't believe you can climb like that. Holy shit. How much would I have to train before I'm able to run up a tree? Actually, for a superhuman feat like this, I don't think any amount of training would do.
もう落ちちゃダメですよ。
She gently places the chick back in its nest.
これでよし。
I'm amazed you can climb like that.
私、忍者ですからね。これぐらいはお茶の子さいさい、軽いものですよ。ふふふ。ところで、アリチさん、
Yeah?
ミイラ取りがミイラになるってご存知ですか？
Yeah, but... Wait, don't tell me.
うわー高い、めっちゃ高い。
Hitachi-san, are you afraid of heights?
はい、実はそうなんです。恥ずかしながら高いところはどうにも苦手で。
Then why'd you climb up there in the first place?
だってヒナが落ちたままだとかわいそうじゃないですか。
Yeah, I get that, but I could have just climbed instead, you know.
そんな危ないですよ。
I think it's more dangerous for someone with acrophobia.
大変申し訳ありません。登るのは簡単なのですが、降りるのが大変困難でして。
Her legs are shaking. She is seriously terrified. Don't force yourself. You don't want to fall.
はい、すみません。
Hitachi-san clings to the tree. What should I do? If I had a ladder, this'd be easy. But I'm not about to leave her alone to go and get one. I can climb up there myself, but there's no way I'm climbing back down with Hitachi-san in my arms. I'd fall for sure. Well, if I can't think of anything else, I guess there's always one method. Don't you have any ninja techniques that'll help here?
忍術？
You know, like that substitution technique you used on me in the bathroom.
あれは丸太で驚かせた隙に相手の死角に入る技で、体を入れ替えているわけではないんです。ですから驚いてくれないたたり神にも役に立たなくて。
Really? But that move always looks so cool in manga. Do you have anything that'll help you get down safely? Like, I don't know, a rope?
縄あります。縄でしたら鍵縄が。
Can you use that to get down?
それなら多分できると思います。
Want me to climb up to help?
いえ、一人で大丈夫です。縄。苦内じゃない、鎖分動でもない、鉄鋼鍵でもない、巻き菱でもない、丸太でもない。
Panicking, Hitachi-san throws out any tool she doesn't need. Since I'm standing right underneath her to catch her in case she falls, they all rain down on me. Eek! Don't just toss bladed weapons like that. Where the hell does she even keep all those? And how does she walk around with that big-ass log? Also, that chain would have worked just as well as a grappling hook, wouldn't it?
すみません。慌ててしまって。
Well, I'm not hurt, so it's fine. But please, calm down. It'll be easier to climb down once you do. After eventually making it down the tree, Hitachi-san collapses into a heap on the floor, panting. If you're scared of heights, you should have said so earlier.
ご迷惑をおかけして本当にすみませんでした。
Gotta say though, I'm kind of surprised.
高いところは子供の頃からずっとダメで
Yeah?
お恥ずかしい限りです。
I wouldn't say it's anything to be ashamed of. If there's anything else you need help with, don't force yourself and just ask me. I promise I'm not completely useless. Well, I guess I still can't tell plants apart.
アリッチさんは十分頼りになっていますよ。アリッチさんのおかげですよ。はしゃぐというほどではありませんが、純粋に楽しそうな吉野様を久しぶりに見ました。ですから、ありがとうございます。
Oh, well, I haven't really done much.
私も楽しいですよ。こうしてみんなで遊んだりすることは。
Man, you're making me blush. I feel like all I've done so far is slow you down. Now then, let's get back to picking plants, shall we?
はい。そうしたいのは山々なのですが、腰が抜けてしまいまして。
Ah, that explains why she's been sitting on the ground this whole time.
すみません。
You don't have to apologize. But what now? Should I call Tomotage-san or someone else over?
いえ、さすがにそこまでではありません。もう地面に降りているんですから。少しだけ時間をいただけますか。
Sure, let's take a short break. I sit down next to Hitachi-san. She hangs her head, her cheeks bright red.
本当すみません。このことは今晩の夕食で返させていただきますから。
Oh, nice. I'm expecting great things.
はい、お任せください。
We make idle small talk until Hitachi-san's recovered enough to stand. The five of us leave the mountain before the sun starts to set. Okay, I can skip again, so I'll see you at the next multiple choice segment. Praise her. I'm a little worried. Oh, new text. Hitachi-san smiles in resignation. Just then, we hear a voice above us. It's not a human voice. Huh?
猫ですね。
The two of us look up and see a cat perched in a tree. It's not terribly high up. It's around 7 or 8 feet up, reachable with a good jump.
どうやら降りられなくなってしまったみたいですね。
Well, we can't just leave it, can we? That being said, jumping up onto the branch is still dangerous.
私にお任せください。
Huh? Wait, but aren't you afraid of heights?
それは確かにそうですが、でも今回は大丈夫です。さすがに2メートル程度なら私でも。
Still. While it may not be that high up, even short heights like that can be dizzying for people with acrophobia.
今日はお祓いも控えているんです。もし子猫が暴れて落ちたりしたら。
Now that you mention it. I'd probably be fine, really, but I can't say that for certain.
それにですね、アリチさんは自分を信用してほしいと言いましたよね。
Yeah, I did. But what's that got to do with this?
でしたらその分、私のことも信用してほしいものですよ。
Alright, I'll leave this to you then, Hitachi-san.
はい。
Hitachi-san puffs out her chest proudly. She then sprints at the tree and dashes up its trunk. No matter how many times I see it, her climbing methods still amaze me. How the hell does anyone manage to run vertically up a tree like that? By the time I finish that thought, Hitachi-san's already at the branch the cat's on. She gently calls out to it.
今下ろしてあげますからね。
Or rather, she very anxiously calls out to it.
高い。微妙に高い。
I knew it. I wanted to say something, but calling out to her might be dangerous. So I just edged closer to catch her in case she falls. Hitachi-san could easily land sure-footed at this height, but she's panicking too much to realize that.
おとなしくしていてください。ルールルルルルルルルルルルルル。逃げないで、動かないで、許さないで、離れないで。
Hitachi-san bends down until she's eye-leveled with the cat, then slowly reaches out toward it. Hey, be careful!
あと少し。もう少し。
Hitachi-san slowly inches along the slender branch.
やった、子猫確保。待って、ダメ、暴れないで、お願いですから。揺れる。
Whoa! Panicking, Hitachi-san slips off the branch. She's unable to resist gravity's pull and falls down together with the cat. Oh, a heavy shock runs through my arms and down my legs. Still, I managed to just barely catch Hitachi-san. Thank God I've been training. I probably wouldn't have been able to catch her if that branch had been any higher up. It wasn't easy catching her even from this height, though. My hips nearly gave out from the impact. Hitachi-san, you okay? Upon hearing my voice, Hitachi-san slowly opens her eyes.
あれ、私は一体。
Hitachi-san gives me a blank look. The cat in her arms purrs happily. It doesn't seem to be hurt. How do you feel? Are you hurt anywhere?
はい。いえ、平気です。痛みなんてどこにもありません。
Thank God. The cat meows again and jumps out of Hitachi-san's arms. It then scampers off, moving so fast that it's hard to believe it was trembling in fear seconds ago.
行っちゃった。
If it can run like that, then I'm sure it's not hurt. That's great.
そうですね。当初の目的は果たせたんですから。でも、私、枝から落ちてしまったような気がするんですが。
You did, together with the cat. It's kind of impressive how you slipped off.
でも、痛くない。
Hitachi-san cocks her head quizzically. A second later, she looks around and finally realizes that I'm carrying her.
これっていわゆるお姫様抱っこというものでは？
Well, yeah, technically. The fact that I caught her falling on her back meant she would have been seriously hurt if she hit the ground. Thank God I moved closer beforehand. I kinda just caught you after you and the cat fell. Thank God I did, though. No one got hurt. Hitachi-san's eyes go wide and a crimson blush spreads across her face. It's rare to see her so embarrassed. A second later, she covers her face with her hands.
すみません。お恥ずかしいところを。
It's fine. I don't really mind. More importantly, you okay?
はい、問題ありません。
If you say so, you're not covering your face because it hurts or anything, right?
もちろん、どこか痛むということはありませんので。
Timidly, Hitachi-san moves her hands away. Underneath, she's gone red as a beet and is pointedly avoiding eye contact.
力、強いんですね。
Well, I have been training. I'm strong enough to carry a girl at least. Besides, you're really light, Hitachi-san. I mean it, I didn't expect her to be this light. though I'd never say that out loud. Hitachi-san is a girl, and she's not very tall. But considering how athletic she is, I thought her muscles would make her heavier.
まさかこんな風にお姫様抱っこされる日が来るなんて思っていませんでした。
I never thought the day would come that I'd need to catch someone falling out of a tree.
漫画で見たことはありましたが、本当にこんな体勢に意外と安定しているものなんですね。
Well, I've gotta tense up pretty hard or I'll drop you. Wait, does this mean you've been wishing for something like this to happen after seeing it in a manga?
憧れというほどではありませんが、どんな感じなんだろうって思ってはいました。
So, how does the real deal compare to fiction?
ハリチさん、思っていたより力強い。
Thank you?
いや、今のはつい言葉を漏らしてしまっただけで、申し訳ありません。
What are you apologizing for? And why are you hiding your face again? Hitachi-san's acting completely different from usual. This is the first time I've seen this side of her. I guess being a bridal carried must be embarrassing. I know I'd be embarrassed if someone was carrying me like this. Still, this is quite the reaction. Hitachi-san is more innocent than she looks. Are you not used to situations like this?
みたいです。こんな風に殿方に抱きかかえられるなんて、初めてで、すごくドキドキします。
But it's not like you're awkward around guys, right?
はい。特に苦手意識や嫌悪感を持っているわけではありません。ただ、なんと言えばいいのやら、とにかく恥ずかしくて。
So, if Hitachi-san doesn't have a problem with men in general, then is it just the proximity that has her embarrassed? I don't get it. She was a lot more composed when we went grocery shopping and ate sweet fish together during our forward date.
もう十分です。体に痛みもありませんから、下ろしてください。
Okay, but are you sure? Your legs haven't given out or anything?
腰はおそらく大丈夫なんですが、緊張とドキドキで体がうまく動かなくて。
Gotcha. I'll let you down slowly.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Sorry for carrying you for so long.
いえ、元はといえば私のせいですから。
Yeah, about that. If you're scared, next time just ask me.
はい。申し訳ありません。アリチさんの方こそ大丈夫でしょうか？どこか体に異常は？
Come to think of it, did I? I roll my shoulders and stretch my limbs. They're still recovering from the sudden shock, but none of them seem injured. I'm fine, nothing hurts.
そうですか。よかった。
It's good, neither of us got hurt.
本当に申し訳ありませんでした。まさか受け止めてもらうだなんて、お姫様だ。失礼します。
With that, Hitachi-san dashes off. Wow, she's fast. Guess she wasn't lying about being fine. And it looks like she is mostly recovered from her injuries inflicted by the cursed spirit. Still, she was really light. And really soft. Like way softer than I imagined. Well, she is a girl. And a surprisingly innocent one at that. Though, I guess anyone would be embarrassed about a bridal carry. Ugh, now I'm getting embarrassed about it. I've got to control myself. Can't have her thinking I'm a creep. Besides, this is no time to get embarrassed about girls. I've got a purification tonight, remember? Ha! Okay, let's skip. Okay then, this should be the last multiple choice segment before we enter Mako's route, and here we're going to choose Don't say anything unnecessary. New text. I don't know what to say. If I choose the wrong words, I'll just make her more worried. For now, I think it's best to just stay silent. Stiff-faced, Tomotake-san brings the blinking red medium to her chest. This is Murasame-chan's plan. Rather than try and suppress... Oh, I can skip now. Okay, the skipping stopped. I go out to enjoy the night breeze like Murasame-chan recommended. Though it's well past sunset, the night air isn't too chilly. I guess this means summer's just around the corner. I wander around aimlessly as I mull things over in my head. I just can't get my thoughts together.
アリチさん、どうしたんです？こんなところで。
Huh? Oh, Hitachi-san. I'm just walking around.
こんな時間にですか？
Yeah, just got some things on my mind.
考え事。そうですか。
Hitachi-san responds with a quiet nod, making no attempt to press me further. Are you on your way home?
はい。また明日の朝に来ますので。
Speaking of, where do you live anyway? It's not around here, is it?
ええ、そうですね。私の家は町の西側の端っこの方です。
Isn't that pretty far?
いい運動になりますよ。
That's a surprise. She helps out with the household chores at the Tomotaka house every day, so I honestly thought she lived closer. Why don't you move closer? I'm sure that Yasuharu-san and Tomotaka-san would readily let her move in. She gets along so well with the family. I'm sure that Yasuharu-san and Tomotaka-san would readily let her move in.
そういうわけにはいきません。住み込みだなんて恐れ多いことです。かといって引っ越しもアパートもなければ空き家もありませんしね。
Your commute's gotta be hell though, huh?
特にそんな風に考えたことはありません。歩くのは好きですから。いいものですよ。特に朝に歩くと季節を感じられます。
But a girl walking alone when there aren't many people around doesn't sit right with me. I can walk you home.
問題ありません。この町にはそんな変な人もいません。それに私は忍者ですから。
Okay, fair. Based on what I've seen from her during the purifications, she's definitely stronger than me. But still. It still doesn't sit right with me. You may be a ninja, you're still a girl.
女の子。
Am I wrong? Wait, are you only dressing as a girl or something? Hitachi-san's got a pretty big rack though.
はい、もちろんです。心も体も戸籍も生物学上もすべてちゃんと女の子ですとも。
Right. Man, you really had me there for a minute. The first time I met her, I felt her breasts pressed against my back. They felt so nice and soft. I would hope those were real. I can still remember the feeling even now, the unbelievable softness and warmth of them. That day will live forever as my golden breast day.
アリチさん？アリチさん？
Huh? Oh, right. Did you say something?
鼻の下、伸びてますよ。
Well, you see.
何か卑猥なことを考えていたんですね。やらしい。
Not exactly.
そんな人に送ってもらうなんて、一人で歩く以上に身の危険を感じてしまいますね。
Hey, I'm sure you're joking, but it's still a bit hurtful. Though, I guess I made my own bed with that one.
すみません。でも、せっかくですから、お言葉に甘えて送ってもらってもいいですか？
Definitely.
それで、何か悩み事ですか？
Huh?
夜のお散歩ですよ。普段はそんなことされていませんから。
Yeah, I guess that's true.
もし私でもよければ、お話ぐらいでしたら聞けますよ。
Are you only letting me walk you home because you're worried about me?
そんな大層な話ではありませんよ。ちょっとしたただの話題です。それとも、この話題は外した方がいいですか？
Hitachi-san carefully studies my expression after asking this. For a moment, I feel as though I can see a look of genuine concern in her eyes. I wouldn't go so far as saying something's bothering me. Do you remember what we talked about before? You know, when we were eating the grilled sweet fish?
はい、もちろん覚えていますよ。二人で並んで串焼きを食べて、とてもドキドキしましたからね。
That's funny, she looked pretty calm to me at the time. But that's not the point right now. Do you remember what we talked about then?
では、もし呪詛が解けたらどうするんですか？
I just didn't think I'd have to come up with an answer so soon.
私も、こんなに早くこの時が来るとは思っていませんでした。
It hasn't fully hit me yet. It feels like this situation has been suddenly thrust on me. I don't really know how to feel about it.
ここでの暮らしも悪くないって言ってましたよね。確か、可愛い女の子がいるから嬉しいなんて不純な理由でしたね。
And like I told you, that's a perfectly acceptable reason.
そうでした。やっぱり、悩んでいるんですか？
Is it really weighing on me though? It doesn't feel like I'm lost on what to do exactly. It's not as if I'm lacking in reasons to go back home. I grew up there, I have friends there. But forget about what's impure or acceptable for a minute. I've had such a fulfilling time here in Hori. It'd feel rather heartless of me to just pack up and leave after getting rid of the curse.
考えすぎですよ。今さらアリチさんは薄情だなんて思ったりしません。些細なことは気にせずに、後悔しない選択をするのが一番です。その上で残ると選択されるなら、それはとても嬉しいことですね。
You really think so? You wouldn't think of me as an annoyance?
思いませんよ、そんな失礼なこと。私のことをそんな人間だと思っていたんですか？だとしたら、ちょっぴり傷つきます。
Sorry, I was somewhat joking.
半分は本気なんですか？
It's just that I would still be imposing on everyone. I figured I would end up just kind of being in the way.
そんな風に考えたことはありません。むしろ嬉しいんです。ここだけの話ですが、アリチさんが来てから、友武家の雰囲気は変わりました。明るくなりました。
Really?
以前が重苦しかったわけではありませんが、吉野様も安春様も基本的には静かな方ですから。今の雰囲気の方が私は好きです。それに、料理が美味しいと喜んでもらえるのもとても嬉しいことですから。
I'm glad you feel that way.
吉野様や安春様もきっと同じことを感じていると思います。むしろ迷惑をかけているからなんて理由で変えられる方が悲しいですよ。
Yeah.
もし変えられるんだとしても、それを前向きな気持ちで選んでください。
We have overcome the curse together. And though we may not be family, we have forged a bond much deeper than friendship. Even I would find it strange to suddenly act more distant with everyone. I see what you mean. Thanks, Hitachi-san. I'll stop trying to use other people as an excuse.
はい。
It seems like I have my answer already. If I'm so worried about being a nuisance, that must mean I want to stay. In admitting that to myself, it feels as though a weight has lifted off my chest. Anyway, what about you, Hitachi-san?
私？
Is there anything you want to do now that the curse is gone? Back then, she just said it was a maiden's secret.
その話ですか。
If there's something you want to do, I also think you should make sure you won't have any regrets.
そうですね。機会があれば、といったところでしょうか。
What is it you want to do anyway?
乙女の秘密です。
Figures.
申し訳ありません。
You don't have to tell me about it now, but please let me know if I can be of any help. I have to return the favor somehow after everything you've done for me.
ありがとうございます。そうですね。もし困ったことができた時には相談させていただきますね。
Hitachi-san replies with her usual sweet smile. It makes me wonder if she would really come to me for help. Thinking about it, Hitachi-san has never really been that open with me. We get along, obviously, and she doesn't necessarily dislike me. But there still seems to be a divide between us. If she doesn't think of me as her friend, though, then what does that make us? Just acquaintances? It just always seems that whenever I try to bridge the gap between us, she simply evades me.
どうかしましたか?
No, it's nothing. In the case of Tomotake-san, things were somewhat awkward at first, but I can tell we've gotten closer since then. And it's not like Hitachi-san has outright rejected me. Despite that, it still feels like I've never been able to close the distance between us.
さてと、ここら辺で十分です。
What? But there's even fewer people on the path ahead. And it's getting pretty dark, so I'd like to make sure you get home.
いえ、私の家はすぐそこですから。
Isn't this area really close to the mountains, though?
だから言ったじゃないですか。端っこの方だって。
Walking back and forth to Tomotake-san's house every day from here definitely has to be tough.
あの角を曲がれば家まですぐですから。
We've already come this far, so if you don't mind, I'd like to see you all the way.
ずるいですね、アリチさん。ここで断ったら迷惑だということになるじゃないですか。
I can't let a girl walk home alone at night on such a dark, sparsely populated road.
そこまでご心配いただかなくとも、私は忍者ですので。
You being a ninja has nothing to do with it. A deviant doesn't care if you're a ninja, and you could be caught off guard.
それはまあ、そうかもしれませんね。ですが、素人の不意打ち程度でしたら。
Silly, that kind of thinking will get you killed. What if it was a naked guy going around flashing people? Could you fend him off so easily?
正規ですか？それはまあ、暗い道ですから何とかできると思いますが。
I guess she does have her kunai with her, so she could fend off an attacker at a distance. In fact, the bad guy's life is probably more at risk than hers. But still, what would you do if the flasher picked you up bridal style?
どうするって、何ですかその意味不明な変態は。
Perverts have fetishes and tastes that make no sense to any sensible person. That's why they are perverts.
それはそうですが。
If I were to carry you in my arms, you wouldn't be able to move, right? Do you really think you could respond calmly if something unexpected like that happened?
それを持ち出されると反応が難しいのですが。
Judging by her reaction, Hitachi-san's earlier confidence looks to be wavering. She's probably anxiously imagining what she would do if something like that really happened. As she should. I know I'd freeze up if some naked dude came up from behind and picked me up in his arms. But the chances of that happening greatly decrease when a man is with you. It has nothing to do with being weak or strong. You need a man by your side for deterrence.
ですが、今までにそんな変質者が現れたことなんてありませんよ。
So far, just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it won't ever. You don't have to be wary of the other villagers, but there's a lot of tourists here. It's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, we've already come this far. Can you just humor me and let me see you the rest of the way?
わかりました。私の負けです。
Thanks. This really is the edge of town. Hitachi-san's house is at the far end of the path we turn down. The road is dark and sparsely lined with houses. Up ahead, the road trails off with seemingly nothing else beyond it. When she said the edge of town, she meant it.
わざわざここまで。今日は本当にありがとうございました。
Nah, I'm the one who should be thanking you. I feel much more clear-headed now because of you.
お役に立てたならよかったです。それでは、おやすみなさい、アリチさん。
Good night, Hitachi-san. With that, I part ways with Hitachi-san and walk back down the road. Strangely, the sense of uncertainty I had earlier is completely gone. I should have no problems going to sleep now.
Senren Banka